Someone's really weak up there.
Guns down. Guns.
Double down again.
Get wrecked, man.
Flag in trouble, flag in trouble. Oh, available associates reporting a flag.
Scout's on, Scout's dead.
That's my Pyro, high.
I can stand on it.
Low ramper. Where's he going?
Hi. No, he's in flagger. Still flagger. Still flagger. Ramper. Pyro's coming around.
Low. It's going high.
Going high? He's mid.
Scout, medic high, Scout, medic high. Soldier high.
I hear it now.
Yeah. Back.
Somebody's locked.
Oh yeah, Scout in. Top's clear. I'm gonna play high. Phil.
The original Team Fortress was one of the first mods for Quake 1. The team that developed Team Fortress was hired by Valve Software and would go on to create Team Fortress Classic in the Half-Life engine, and then later Team Fortress 2 in the Half-Life 2 engine. While Team Fortress Classic was mostly a direct port of QuakeWorld Team Fortress, Valve made large gameplay changes when developing Team Fortress 2. FortressOne is a new QuakeWorld Team Fortress mod, forked from the original Team Fortress, taking influence from titles like Team Fortress Classic. FortressOne is played in a 4 versus 4, offense versus defense, capture the flag format. Highlander rule is in effect, so each member of the team must choose a different class. Defense is typically comprised of an engineer, heavy weapons guy, demoman, and a soldier or pyro. Offense is typically comprised of a medic, spy, soldier, and a pyro or a scout. Pickup games are organized on Discord, where voice chat can be used. FortressOne can be incredibly fast, yet still strategic. It can be incredibly simple, yet infinitely complex. It's a beautiful game, and the original Quake engine is a beautiful place to play. Several classes play very similarly to how they play in Team Fortress 2, so it's a very easy game to pick up. A lot of the same skills, such as rocket jumping, are involved in both games. The biggest difference compared to Team Fortress 2 is the presence of grenades. Classes have a class-specific grenade, and most classes are also equipped with a frag grenade. Grenades need to be primed for 4 seconds before they'll explode. You can release the grenades at any time during that prime. You can bind a key to be held down while a grenade is primed, or you can bind the key to start the prime and then press the key again to release the grenade. The 1-tap and 2-tap grenade options are available in the menu or can be set by a config. Grenades can be held through the release. This is known as a handheld, and this will give a huge burst of speed. The heavy weapons guy and the demoman are equipped with a cluster bomb known as a MIRV grenade. The pyro is equipped with a napalm, and the soldier is equipped with a laser shock. These can be thrown as extra spam as part of your defensive play. Spies have a gas grenade, which can be used as spam when you're on offense. The gas causes damage, as well as audio hallucinations and extra game notifications. The most iconic grenade is the concussion grenade, which is held by the scouts and medics. This blows back players without causing damage. Thus, this grenade can be used for huge amounts of speed gain and movement ability. Concussion grenades cannot be handheld in FortressOne. However, the frag grenades can also be handheld for a similar speed gain. Speed is retained through nearly uncapped bunny hopping. The speed and direction you're thrown from a conch grenade depends on the distance and angle from the explosion. In FortressOne, the conch effect to a player hit by a conch grenade is that their movement is randomly pushed for several seconds. Only medics are immune from effects of their conchs. These conch jumps, combined with the other movement techniques such as rocket jumping and grenade jumping, and the nearly uncapped bunny hopping, create the incredibly fast environment that this game is played. You can use these conchs to reach the balconies, and you can conch out of the water just by hitting the correct angle from your conch as it explodes. Aside from the addition of the grenades, the soldier is almost identical to Team Fortress 2. Right-click is a quick switch to your double shotty for air shots. You also have a single shotgun for distant shots, as well as an axe for melee attacks. Just use your rockets to juggle your enemies and keep them at a distance. The Demoman is also very similar to Team Fortress 2 Demoman. The pill grenades are replaced by these red grenades, which explode after a short amount of time. And the sticky grenades are replaced with these yellow grenades, which can be detonated with your right click. You can use these for movement, or you can use these to guard the flag on defense. Note that you can have 6 of these yellow grenades on the ground at once, and if you try and lay more, the first laid one will explode. These function almost identical to the sticky grenades from TF2, except they're not sticky. FortressOne Demomen also have a det pack, which you can bind to a key and lay once per life, and kills anything immediately around it. Heavy Weapons Guy is very similar to TF2 Heavy Weapons Guy. He has his trademark assault cannon, which fires shotgun shells and uses cells to warm up. You can keep the gun warmed up and pause the firing using your right click to have a burst fire effect. Try to use long angles to your advantage and stand in choke points to block your enemies. Don't forget to use your grenades for extra spam as you're firing. Heavy Weapons Guys are also equipped with a double barrel shotgun, single barrel shotgun, and a melee axe. Engineers are also very similar to their Team Fortress 2 counterparts. Equipped with a double barrel shotgun and a railgun. This railgun is often used to identify oneself as a friendly, since disguised spies cannot fire weapons. Use your axe to repair armor of your friendly teammates. The engineer's grenade is an EMP, which explodes ammo and pipes that are nearby it. For this reason, you need to be careful when using it on defense, because you can explode your friendly Demoman's pipes, which are laid on the flag. Sentry guns cost 130 cells, and you can move around while they're being built. Sentry guns can be leveled up to level 3. You can also build dispensers, which cannot be leveled up. there are no teleporters. You can aim your sentry using the menu that appears when you hit it with your wrench, and that's also how you add ammo to your dispenser and sentry gun. If you're not sure where to build, just ask your teammates for the best spots on the map, and just try and keep that gun up. Don't forget to grab backpacks of dead players for additional ammo. FortressOne spies are quite similar to TF2 spies. They're equipped with a nail gun, as well as a tranquilizer gun. This will slow down anyone that's hit with it for several seconds. Spies are an important part of the offense, since they will not be attacked by a sentry gun while they're disguised as the enemy. There's no sabotage ability in FortressOne, so the most effective way to deal with sentry guns is to place grenades nearby. Placing grenades will not lose your disguise. FortressOne spies have the ability to feign their death. This will even show a death notification reflecting the last damage that you took. Note that while you're disguised, the weapon you're holding is still shown to other players. This is important because most classes will not walk around with their knife. FortressOne scouts have a similar role to TF2 scouts. They're equipped with a nail gun, which is effective at distance, as well as a single barrel shotgun. Scouts are not typically used to fight because of these light weapon kit. Instead of a frag grenade, FortressOne scouts are equipped with a flashbang. This blinds the enemy for a few seconds, making them lose sight of any enemies or sentry guns. You can use this on offense to quickly slip past a room full of defenders. Your right-click ability in FortressOne is an air dash. This functions similar to the double jump that scouts have in TF2. This allows you to change direction in midair and gain some forward momentum. You can use this dash to mitigate the effects of the concussion grenade and keep moving in a more straight line than you would otherwise be able to. FortressOne scouts are also equipped with a scanning device, which allows you to see the distance and direction of nearby players. FortressOne medics are quite different than TF2 medics. They're typically used for their relatively heavy weapon set and relatively high speed, rather than their ability to heal. Medics are equipped with a super nail gun, double barrel shotgun, single barrel shotgun, and a healing axe. Note that there is no overheal. Medics can also toggle a healing aura, which will heal nearby friendlies, but be audible to the enemy. FortressOne Pyro is quite different than the TF2 Pyro. Your primary weapon is the rocket launcher. This is a smaller rocket than the soldiers, however it requires no reload and deals additional flame damage. Pyros are also equipped with a single barrel shotgun, and a melee axe, and a flamethrower. However, the flamethrower is not typically used in FortressOne because the rocket launcher is a more effective weapon, and the cells here can be dropped for the engineer to make use of to build guns. FortressOne Pyros have an air blast, which you can use to reflect rockets from soldiers and Pyros. You can also use it to throw grenades and clear pipes. This mechanic was actually originally in Team Fortress 2 and ported back to QuakeWorld Team Fortress. Because of these similar mechanics, it's usually pretty easy for a player of one version of Team Fortress to pick up another version and start playing that one as well. For players coming from TF2, the defensive side of FortressOne will be relatively easy to pick up. Just choose whichever class you're most comfortable with and play in the spot and role that's suggested by your team for that map. The pacing of the offensive side is a little bit different than you'll be used to in TF2. The key to a successful offense is to relentlessly assault the defense. As soon as you respawn, head back to the opponent's base, keep constant pressure on the opponents, always be moving towards the flag. Anytime you can distract the opponents, make them take time to kill you, take away their attention, you're always helping your team, even if you're not directly touching the flag. The flag will often take multiple touches to move out of the base. The defense will try to move with the flag, holding off the offense as long as possible. It's important to reset the defense at the right time, otherwise the offense will get behind the defense and score a relay cap. Try to mix up your offense, head different routes to the flag room, try to pay attention to when the defenders are dead, when you'll be able to find an open way into the flag. Whenever you're low on health, it's typically going to be faster to kill yourself and reset and get back into the action as fast as you can that way. So if you enjoy classic video games and you want to explore the history of Team Fortress, or you're looking for a new Team Fortress that's under active development, then FortressOne can be a really fun and rewarding game to learn. So post below if you have any questions, or jump on any of the Discords and post any questions you have there, and hope to see you in game.